Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Animated Vibes, to the podcast where we talk about animated movies, a series that really left an impact. That's right. If you love great storytelling, beautiful animation, and deep characters, you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're reviewing the animated series Arcane. Produced by Riot Games, is streaming on Netflix. Awesome! I've been waiting for this. Yeah, it's gonna be great. And honestly, even if you're not a gamer, League of Legends, this series still hits hard. Yeah, the storylines are so deep, right? The characters feel so real. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, Arcane is set in two connected cities. Yeah, it's a really cool setup. Piltover and Zaun, where wealth, technology, and power clash with poverty and survival. The story follows two sisters, Vi and Jinx. What happened to them? Their relationship slowly fell apart due to tragedy, choices, and the environment they grow up in. Yeah, that shapes everything. It really does. What's really interesting is how the series balances personal stories with political tension, corruption, and innovation. It's not just action. It's emotional, layered, and surprisingly mature for an animated series. Let's talk about the animation style because honestly, this is where Arcane completely stands out. The art style feels like a moving painting, a mix of 3D animation with
Oh, interesting. How so?
Look at the textures. Every frame looks intentional. From facial expressions to lighting, you can actually feel what the characters are going through. Even small moments, like clenching a fist or avoiding eye contact, tell a story without words. Absolutely, it's all in the details. Action scenes should feel smooth and stylish, but never overwhelming. Everything needs to be grounded and emotional. One of the strongest parts of Arcane is its characters. Nobody feels one-dimensional. Take Jinx, for example. She's not just a villain. You actually understand her pain, her trauma, and why she becomes who she is. Vi, on the other hand, represents responsibility and guilt. She's constantly trying to fix things, even when it costs her everything. And then there are characters like Silco, who challenge your sense of right and wrong. You don't always agree with him, but you understand him. The writing doesn't force you to choose sides. It lets you sit with uncomfortable emotions, and that's powerful storytelling. We also can't ignore the soundtrack. The music plays a huge role in setting the tone. Absolutely, it shapes the whole mood. Definitely. The songs and background scores amplify emotions without overpowering the scenes. I agree. It's all about that emotional depth. Exactly. And the voice acting is top tier. Every character sounds believable and emotionally grounded. Absolutely, it makes all the difference. You can hear the fear, anger, and vulnerability in their voices, which makes the experience even more immersive. Absolutely, it draws you right in. So overall, Arcane proves that animation isn't just for kids. It can be deep, emotional, and cinematic.
I agree. It's one of those series that stays with you even after the credits roll.
Absolutely, it really resonates. If you love strong storytelling, complex characters, and visually stunning animation, this is a must-watch.
Absolutely, it's incredible.
I'd personally give Arcane a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10, that's high.
It's that good. Easily one of the best animated series in recent years.
Same here.
One thing I think Arcane does exceptionally well is how it explores themes like trauma, class division, and identity.
Absolutely, it's massive.
Right. You can really feel how the environment shapes each character. Piltover represents privilege and order, while Zaun reflects struggle and survival. And what's interesting is that the series never paints one side as completely good or completely bad. Right. Even characters with power are shown to be flawed, and those without power are forced to make difficult choices just to survive. That's what makes the emotional moments hit harder. You're not just watching events happen, you're understanding why they happen. It also raises questions about responsibility. At what point do personal choices outweigh the influence of circumstances? That's a really good question. It's a complex balance. And that's something you don't often see handled this carefully in animated series. Absolutely, it's a rare treat. Another strong point is the world building. The cities feel alive, like they exist beyond the story we're watching.
I agree, it's very immersive.
You get a sense of history, culture, and tension just by observing how people live and interact.
Exactly.
And the pacing deserves credit. The show doesn't rush major plot points. Absolutely, it's refreshing. It gives characters time to develop, which makes the story feel earned rather than forced.
I agree, it feels more authentic. Some episodes are slower, but they serve a purpose. They build tension and emotional weight.
By the time big moments happen, you're already emotionally invested. It builds up over time. Before we wrap up, I also want to highlight how Arcane challenges the idea that animated series are only for kids. That's a great point. The show proves that animation can handle complex, mature themes just as effectively as live action. And the emotional storytelling makes it accessible even to viewers who've never played the game.
Exactly. You don't need any prior knowledge to connect with the characters or understand the stakes.
That's so true. That kind of universal storytelling is what sets Arcane apart.
Yeah, it really connects with everyone.
Exactly. Thanks for listening to Animated Vibes. Let us know what animated series you'd like us to review next.
Until next time, keep watching great animation. You got it! See you in the next episode.